Hello, welcome dear students. Today let's start lesson number 12, Introduction to Acid and Base. Let's discuss some can you tell questions. First, we consume many food items in our daily life. Example, lemon, tamarind, tomato, sugar, vinegar, salt, etc. Do all items taste similar? All atoms do not taste similar. Next, write the taste of lemon, sugar, curd, lime, baking soda, amla, tamarind, raw mango, pomegranate, water, etc. Lemon, curd, lime, tamarind, raw mango and amla, they all taste in sour. And baking soda, the taste is astringent. Pomegranate and sugar, they taste sweet. And water is tasteless. So now we'll study about acid. So children, you all notice that some substances have sweet taste, some are bitter, some are sour, astringent. Astringent means strong taste. Lemon, tamarind, vinegar or amla like substances acquire sour taste due to the presence of a typical compound in them. Such compounds imparting sour taste are called acids. Acids are soluble in water and they are corrosive in nature. Corrosive means they wear away the substance. Animals and plants also possess acids in them. Acids present in foodstuffs are called natural acids or carbonic acids. These acids, being weak in nature, are called weak acids. So, natural acids are weak acids. Some acids are strong in nature. They are caustic or inflammatory. Example, sulfuric acid H2SO4, hydrochloric acid HCl and nitric acid HNO3. These acids are also called as mineral acids. The skin gets burnt when their concentrated solution falls on skin. Similarly, their vapors, if inhaled, can be harmful to health. Strong concentrated acids are converted into their dilute acids by slowly adding them into water. See, we have to add acid slowly into water to make it dilute. Such dilute acids are less harmful than their corresponding strong acids. Now, base. If you taste dilute solution of baking soda, you will find it astringent or bitter. Substances having astringent or bitter taste and they are slippery to touch. Example, lime water, that is CaOH twice. Baking soda, NaHCO3. Caustic soda, NaOH. And soap, these are all the examples of bases. Bases are completely different from acids. The properties of acids and bases, they differ from each other. Chemically, they have properties opposite to that of acids. See, acids are sour in taste, bases are bitter or astringent taste, and bases are slippery to touch. They are also inflammatory to skin in their concentrated form. Bases are also inflammatory. We know that the distilled water is tasteless. See, water is neither acidic nor basic. It is neutral. Now we'll study about indicator. The substances which are neither acidic nor basic and are chemically inert in nature. So touching or tasting of acid or base is very harmful. See, we should not touch any acid or base because some of them, they are poisonous, and hence to recognize the acid or base we have to use typical indicators. Now, what is meant by indicator? The substances which change their colors in presence of acid or base are called indicators. Understood? The substances which change their colors in presence of acid or base, they are called indicators. Now indicators in laboratory. In the laboratory, litmus paper is mainly used to test alkali or base. This paper is made by an extract of lichen plant. It is red or blue colored. Blue litmus paper turns red on dipping in acid, and red litmus turns blue when dipped in base. Similarly, phenolphthalein indicator, methyl orange and methyl red are also used in laboratory. So, in methyl orange indicator, the acid becomes pink and the base becomes yellow. And phenolphthalein remains colorless in acid and becomes pink in alkali. Universal indicator which are in liquid state change their color in the presence of acid and base. Now let's see the table given on page number 84 in the textbook. That is the name of the indicator, color of the indicator, color in acid and color in alkali, that is base. Now litmus paper, color is blue litmus paper. When dipped in acid it becomes red, and when dipped in base it becomes blue, means it remains as it is. Next, red litmus paper. When dipped in acid it remains red only as it is, and but in base it becomes blue, means red litmus paper turns blue in base. Methyl orange, the color is orange, and in acid it becomes pink and in base it becomes yellow. Phenolphthalein, colorless, and in acid it remains colorless only and in base it becomes pink. Methyl red, the color is red, in acid it becomes red as it is, but in alkali or base it becomes yellow. Now indicators, that is natural indicators or domestic indicator. On non-availability of laboratory indicator, natural indicators can be made by using several domestic substances. So, see children, you must have seen that yellow food stain turning red after washing with soap. This color change is a result of chemical reaction between turmeric and alkaline material of soap. Here turmeric acts as an indicator. So natural indicators can also be prepared from red cabbage, radish, tomato, and similarly from hibiscus and rose. Making of natural indicator. Let's see the activity. So the materials required are hibiscus, rose, turmeric, red cabbage leaves, filter paper, etc. Now rub red petals of hibiscus flower on the white filter paper. This gives hibiscus indicator paper. Similarly, rub rose petals on the white filter paper. Cut strips of this paper. It is a rose indicator paper. Take turmeric powder and add little water in it. Dip filter paper or ordinary paper in the turmeric water for some time. After drying, make strips of that paper. Prepare turmeric indicator paper in this way. Put leaves of red cabbage in small quantity of water and heat it. Once solution of cabbage leaves cool down, dip papers in it and dry it. Make strips of dried paper. In this way, prepare red cabbage indicator. Now let's see one more activity. Take baking powder, add little water to it. Then add the solution onto orange juice. What do you observe on addition of baking soda solution in the fruit juice? Whether bubbles form or effervescence come out of fruit juice. Effervescence means bubbles. So, on addition of baking soda solution in the acidic solution, bubbles come out or effervescence is produced. By this simple and easy activity, we can identify acidic or alkaline substance. I hope you understood the topic. So, for better understanding, read the topic once again and do the given homework.